Hi. I was going to turn it on. It's on. I'm a little upset this morning. Well, I was upset the other morning, but just rehashing it this morning is tough. I don't know if you remember I mentioned the other day that I had a dream and a vision and a message, and I was waiting because I wanted to make sure, because sometimes he'll give it to me twice or three times, then I know that it was something that I need to watch for. And I'm taking it, at first it bothered me.
And me.
And I'm taking it as a warning for to watch for.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to stick to you like glue for the rest of your life.
It's a tough thing, so if you want to not watch it, it's fine. I mean,
your discretion.
I'm going to call it an end times warning, tribulation, or whatever you want to call it. I believe we're in that period or coming into it or whatever. No man knows, but it's sure getting lots of warnings.
I'm hoping it's just Satan trying to talk you into something.
I know, but you get it two or three times, and then there was more detail.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm taking it as a warning.
Okay.
Well, I'll just tell you what it is.
We can pray against it.
Yes, and sometimes it's like, I'm trying to think how when you know something's coming, you pray against it, and he hears your prayers, and I say, and I think a lot of that stuff I get is like warnings. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, just to watch out it doesn't. Well, we'll take it as whatever.
Yes, whatever.
And as usual, I was doing my prayer and asking to see things, and it was around 3 o'clock. I had the dream again that I'd had once or twice, and it started off. You and I, Sandy and I we were in a building. It was I know there was no electricity. There was lights, but there was nothing. There was no power. We didn't even try because we knew there was no power.
What do you mean there was lights?
They're hanging. There's fixtures.
Oh, but they weren't going.
There was no electricity, no power. Now a couple of people did have, which I thought, well, I don't even know they exist. Maybe they're to come.
Inventing something?
I don't know. They were like lanterns, but they recharge solarly.
Oh, there probably is.
And they had them in there so we could see, because it was dark inside this building.
Mm.
And it's funny because not funny, but I knew why we were in the building, like we were huddling, like we didn't want to be found.
Mm.
And the first time I saw the dream, I saw what was going on in front. I didn't see the crowd of people. But the second time I had the dream, I could actually turn and have a different vision. And I could see there was about 15 people in this group that we were there with. Mm-hmm. And you were arranging them. Like, okay, it was like a meeting, and we were trying to say, okay, we got to get out of here. Where are we going to go? And they were arguing back and forth on which direction we should head and what we should take with us and that. And I remember that you were saying, okay, we'll all organize the people. Mm-hmm. And I remember said, well, I'm going to go pick up some of the stuff in we had a little hovel. I'll call it a hovel. It was 3 feet by 4 feet. It was kind of a low building, kind of in scrappy wood. It was like sloped in. It was some odd little, like we'd hand built it in the woods to hide in or something.
Mm. Sounds very end timesy.
And I remember going in. No, okay, yes, I was going, and you were taking the people, and I remember you went up the road past where I was, and I said, I'm going to grab a few things and I'll catch up with you. I remember the group was all going. And I remember I went into the little hovel, and I took the wire. I took a flint. So we must have gotten one by then, because I'd lost my flint. I don't know what happened to it. And can opener. We had a couple canned goods, and we had a jug of water. And I remember we didn't have a backpack, and I don't know why we didn't. I guess we don't have it. I threw my old backpack away years ago.
Oh, it rotted away.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I didn't have a backpack, so I was putting these in bags, canvas bags, like feed bags. And I remember I was farting around taking time, and I was thinking, oh my, I better catch up to you guys. And I remember coming out, and I for some reason these were heavy, and I remember I was having a hard time to walk. And I don't know why I was having a hard time to walk.
Mm.
And I remember I was walking up the road in the direction I thought you guys had headed in. And my heart started to pound real hard. I could feel that we were separated.
Mm. Oh, that might not be good.
I felt like, oh my gosh, I felt impending doom.
Mm.
And then I was trying to go faster. And when I come up, there was an intersection in the road. I had no idea which way you went.
Look for footprints.
I didn't see it was hard packed or whatever. I couldn't tell where people had gone or not gone.
Mm.
And I mean, the feeling I felt is when you lose a loved one.
Maybe something happened to me.
I don't know. I mean, it was like I was pounding. My heart was pounding out of my chest. And I remember turning around and said, they found me. I remember dropping to my knees in a praying position and lowering my head. And then after that, I had an open-eyed vision. That woke me. I was just, oh my God, what's going on there? And I was crying out to God. And I said, Lord, Lord, Lord. You know, was this a warning? Was this a whatever? And I never got an answer, but I did. It opened up to a vision. And this vision was, visions are hard to explain to people. It's like it opened up, and I was I was off the ground probably 40, 50 feet. And like it was the vision was getting bigger and bigger, and I could see the ground below me, and it was burnt to a crisp. I mean, not like a forest fire, because forest fires sometimes there's branches and stumps and stuff. It was burnt to the dirt. And it was, there was rocks, and they were just burnt black. Everything was burnt to a crisp. And it was getting larger and larger. And all of a sudden, I got a pain in my rib cage.
Mm.
And it was one of those real stabbing pains. So when I went to move to get comfortable, and when I did that, the vision was gone.
Mm.
I know it was Satan. He was sticking me with something. And I lost the whole vision. I couldn't get it back. I prayed for I don't know how long after that. And then, all I can tell you about the next part is I got a message from God for a person that I barely knew. I only met him once. Didn't even know what his name was.
I thought you already told them once.
No,
Okay.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave that right there for now, because all I can tell you is I didn't go and meet this person.
And it turned out all right. You think?
I don't know. It's not ended yet.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
And I can't say anything about the message or anything because
No.
it was a private message.
Now, did you say you had this dream a couple times? Or it was the same thing?
Not the last two. The first part, like where we were leading people out and they caught up with me. Oh. That dream I've had a couple times. And that's why the first time I saw it was just, we were in a building, I went to get stuff, and that happened. The second time I got it, I was in the building, I saw us, I saw the people, I saw the lamps, I saw there was fixtures, it was more detailed. And I saw the items that I picked up the second time. So it was more detailed the second time, it was a lot longer. And when I'm speaking it, it's short, but in a dream, it's like I walked and I saw the woods and I saw the stuff, and so it was it took quite a while. And it's really odd because you can have the same dream I mean, it's odd that you can turn and to a limit to see different things. I can look up, I can look around. It's.
Yeah.
I can't even put it in words what it feels like.
I don't know, but I'm going to be right beside you from now on.
Yes, we can't be separated like that.
Nope.
I know we were doing a thing, and I shouldn't have went for that stuff. I didn't realize it was go and go.
See, and I told you that when you told me about it. It says, do not go back to your house to get this or that. Just flee.
Yeah.
So we will just flee. But we won't go in the direction of that the dream told us to.
Yeah, and I mean, I sound cheery about it today, like it's going okay, but I mean, it was really, really hard on me. I took it poorly.
Excuse me. So did I. But it only takes
I know.
Worst case scenario.
And that's why I'm not
in
upset.
the snap of a finger.
If it's my demise,
and mine,
it's a win situation.
That's right. We're be with the Lord in 1 second.
I get to be face to face with Jesus and enter into heaven. I know. But
a person would like it.
But it is hard to deal with that situation as a dream.
Yes.
You know, because it says we have to speak life to our last breath.
Yes.
Not to give up. And it's tough because we want to go to be with Jesus, but we have work to do here.
Yes.
And
we're just going to keep plugging along because you can't stop just because of that.
Yeah.
No, we gotta get more.
Yeah, and last night he gave me rest.
Peace, you mean?
Peace. I didn't have anything last night. It was a night of peace.
And after you told me about this, you thought I would be all upset.
I didn't want to tell you.
I was upset in the first minute, and then I went, we're going to be with the Lord.
I know.
What's upsetting about that? I don't want to have a slow death, you know.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of crazy dreams, like bad dreams and stuff like that, but I know they're not of God. I get nightmares and stuff, and I know it's of Satan. And because he doesn't like us doing this. He does not like us talking about Jesus every day with people, and if they just come here to watch us for entertainment, I don't like the word entertainment. To spend time with us. They're spending time talking about God, talking about Jesus, Holy Spirit.
That's right.
And I think that's so wonderful that they're not doing it just for an hour on Sunday. I mean, we had a good day at church on Sunday, but this is just. And this is fun for us because we get to talk about it all morning. Oh, we're going to do video. What are we going to do today?
I know. Sometimes we don't get around.
And then we spend time on emails and Facebook things and sending out some cloths and talking back with people and that. And missing a couple of our regulars out there. I hopefully haven't lost them. I hope they're hanging out there because we haven't heard from them in our comments the last couple of days.
Uh-oh.
And we do enjoy. We get to know certain people. We see their names and we feel connected with them. So we're praying for you guys out there.
Yes.
And we love you guys. And we have quite a windy storm here today.
Yes.
And
at one point, we couldn't see 10 feet in front of the house. So it was quite the blustery
it's
snow.
mostly wind. It's blowing a little bit of snow, but you can't see at all because of it.
Yeah.
And it's cold out there.
Yes.
It's cold out there.
We're right here.
Yes, we are blessed.
Yes.
Our cozy little cottage, and we don't.
It's one thing about being little; it can heat.
Yes. And there's some people around here that are struggling with the cold, and it bothers us, and we're trying to help some of them out, and we'll see what we can do. And so you guys, I hope you're warm wherever you are. Maybe you're in a warm part of the world, and God's blessed you. That's wonderful. And have a good day, guys.
Yes.